between the flight of André Borschberg from Nagoya to Hawaii and my flight starting 3 days ago, we had to replace the batteries. We had overheated. It was an operational mistake on our side, but the plane is now perfectly fit to continue. And I have, just now when I talk to you, I have the first vision of the coast of California and the mountains around San Francisco. So it's a magical moment.
Now, we're looking at a map of your exact position where you are. Can you tell us what you can see?
So now I am above at the Pacific Ocean in front of the west coast of America. Below me there are some low-level clouds. The sky above is completely clear, and I have the coast in view, the coast in front of me, the American coast. So on one side, I should say, wow, it's fantastic. I succeeded to complete the Pacific crossing. And on the other side, I think, wow, I would have stayed with pleasure for several more days on board because, you know, it's absolutely magical to fly a solar-powered airplane with no fuel. You stay in the air forever. I could continue now for several days. So I will land because André will take over, fly to Phoenix, and on the way to New York. And by the way, one thing interesting I just see between the clouds is an oil tanker from the old world where oil is still needed, and I'm in the future with a solar-powered airplane with no fuel. And we'll see what the future will be when it will be clean.
It sounds like such a fascinating journey that you are on, but you've crossed long stretches of water and lots of risk involved here. Have you been frightened?
We are very well prepared. We are prepared to jump in a parachute and survive on a life raft if we need. But also the plane is flying well. And you know, it's not so much flying a solar airplane that is dangerous. What is the most dangerous is to live in a world that is changing the climate, destroying the environment, and depleting natural resources and making pollution everywhere. This is really dangerous, and we have to do something for it. And Solar Impulse is the way that André Borschberg and I have found to demonstrate that there are solutions, clean solutions that people can use, of course, not immediately to have solar airplanes for 200 passengers, but we can have electrical airplanes already for 50 passengers very soon. And we can use electrical mobility on the ground, insulate our houses, use smart grids, you know, for distribution of energy, new industrial process. This is what we need, and this is what gives me confidence in the future.
What do your loved ones say about your journey?
When I wrote to my 3 daughters to tell them I will take off tomorrow, the weather is good, they wrote, "Go for it, Daddy, we are all behind you." And I answered them to say, I hope that you learn from me as an explorer something useful for your life. And they answered, "Pioneering spirit for life. This is what we have now." So I was really touched. What I transmit to my children, I think, is something important. And my wife is working with me since the beginning of the project, working with me, helping me also to communicate this message about clean technologies. So it's also a family endeavor.
And what has been the favourite part of your journey so far?
Can you repeat your question, please?
What's been the highlight of your trip so far?
The highlight was yesterday when I could speak to the United Nations, to Ban Ki-moon and to the heads of state who are signing the Paris Agreement, talk to them with satellite communication from Solar Impulse. Because this was for me the highlight. It's really what I want to use Solar Impulse for. It's not just an adventure because I love to fly. It's a message because I want to show what we can do today. And you know, protection of the environment today can be profitable, create jobs, make profits, and at the same time fight climate change. And this is what the heads of state have to understand, because now they have to go quickly.